What is up, everybody, and finally welcome back to the Slakks YouTube channel. Today I'll be going over the post TI-10 shuffle and my personal opinions on the most exciting changes coming in the 2021-22 DPC season. This offseason had a variety of changes, so if you missed any of the big name acquisitions and moves, this will be the video to watch. Also to note, if you want to skip to any specific team, I will have timestamps for every individual team, and that will be in the description down below. A little bit of a disclaimer, but I will be rating teams based on their overall acquisitions from an A+ to a D. And if you don't think my opinions are all that great, that is completely fine, but please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, alongside with what you think I could do to better my videos. But without further ado, let's jump on into the video. Starting off with our first team, we'll be going with the NA representative, Evil Geniuses. Didn't do all too well at TI-10, but they made some pretty significant changes, I think, this offseason. They did lose Fly and Ice, but they did gain Jerax, his return to professional play, and I think Jerax is going to do a lot for this organization, alongside Nightfall, who had a pretty decent performance with Virtus Pro, as I said, at TI-10. I think overall, Nightfall was a pretty big stand-up player for VP, and with the return of Jerax, they might switch up this roster a little bit. I think they were kind of getting a little bit stagnant with the previous players that they had, but I definitely think with a region like NA that is a little bit weaker, this team will definitely strive probably in a most likely a top 2 team. I do give this roster change an overall B+, and we jump on to the next team. Jumping on into a Southeast Asian team, we have Team Fnatic. Team Fnatic also did make some very significant changes as well. They dropped Death and Chuan, and they gained Armel from TNC, along with Jean-Yuel from OB Esports X Neon. I definitely think this was a somewhat significant change based on how Death and Chuan played at TI, not overall impacting the game too much. Armel's talent is very, very strong, and with a younger individual like Jean-Yuel, sorry if I'm butchering the name, his new blood I think will be a big thing for this Fnatic team. We've seen a lot of Southeast Asian teams with younger talents coming in and definitely thriving in the Southeast Asian playstyle, being very frantic and chaotic. So I give this overall team a B, and I think they will do very well this coming SEA DPC season. Alright, now we're jumping on into a Western European division with Team Alliance. Team Alliance loses Limp, S4, and FNG, but they gain Supreme, who previously played on High Coast, Lelis, alongside Aramis, who was on that Viking GG roster. With a newer talent, a little bit of a less experience around a evolving player like Nico Baby, I don't really see this team doing all that great this season. The Western Europe division is obviously one of the strongest regions in the world, and I just don't see them being on the same pedestal as those other teams. So my overall opinion, I give this roster change a overall of a C. Alright, so jumping back into the Southeast Asian region, we have a new team jumping on into Dota, that being Team Talon, with a very, very good starting roster. They have Gabby from TNC, Makoto from Boom, KP from TNC, Hyde from Boom as well, and the biggest change I think for this team, having a very, very strong position 5 player in Fly from Evil Geniuses. The Southeast Asian region is definitely stronger than previous years, but I think this team could be a potential SEA powerhouse. Lots of known players, and under a solid captain like Fly, I think they will definitely succeed. So I give this overall roster a B as well, and we'll definitely see what they can do as a new team in the Dota sphere. Moving back into the Western European division, we have one of the greatest Dota 2 organizations of all time, that being OG Esports. This season, unfortunately, restructuring their team with the retirement of Seb and the competitive breaks for Topson and No-Tail. Sumail and Soxa also leaving the team. So they're running with some fresh talent, that being Yuragi, previously on Team Unique, BZM from Plan B, ATF from Creepwave, Taiga from Team Liquid, and Misha from Ninjas in Pajamas. This organization has done a lot for Dota 2 as a whole, so this is a little bit of a fall of the Titans this season for them. They do have new blood, but I think with their lack of comp experience, I think that'll eat them up in a very strong division. But I'm very eager to see them play. Unfortunately, I do have to give them an overall rating of a C. Moving along to another NA DPC team, we have Quincy Crew. Coming off a quite lackluster performance at TI-10, we see the removal of some familiar NA faces, that being MSS and SVG alongside Lelis, who we know went on to Team Alliance. They do gain Milan from Ghost Frogs, Ponlo from IG Vitality, and Kezu, who will be captaining this roster. I have a weird overall evaluation of this team. I definitely think they can thrive in North America and rack up quite a bit of DPC points. But with newer faces, I don't know if they can stack up just enough in the region-to-region play. I am a big fan of Milan, and I'm glad he finally gets a chance. So I'm going to give this team an overall of a B-. Jumping on back to another Western European team, we have Team NIGMA. They do move Weehaw into the substitute 6-player role, and they gain ILTW. I definitely think ILTW is a upgrade from Weehaw, and I think he's a very, very skillful player. I just don't know if the mishaps of this team in the last season really provide anything new to the table. I think they could definitely turn some heads, but I just think on paper for me, it's just not there yet, and I'm going to give them an overall of a C+. Staying with the Western European team, we have Team Liquid, who lose Kujova, who will be streaming under the Team Liquid banner, alongside Taiga, as we know, moving on to OG. They do gain Boxy, who was previously inactive with the team, alongside Matumbaman and Zai. I definitely think with Zai and Matumbaman joining this Team Liquid roster, they bring a lot of experience and can perform at immensely high levels, and I definitely think Taiga and Kujova were definitely a weaker links on those teams. I definitely think this team will do quite well in this Western European division, unlike the last year's performances, so I do give this team a very, very strong B+. Last and certainly not least, we have Team Secret. They lose Zai and Matumbaman to Team Liquid, but they do gain Ice 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 and Sumail. I think they have the strongest individual players, and any one of these players have a great potential to carry. I do think if Sumail can adapt to this team and its playstyle, this team has the potential to be one of the greatest powerhouses, in my opinion. I think overall they made the best acquisitions in this offseason, and we'll definitely see if they have the potential to not only be the best in Western Europe, but also in the region-to-region play come minor and major. So I'm going to give this team an overall of an A+. I think they did the best this season, and I'm definitely hopeful for them this upcoming DPC season. Well, guys, that is it for my post-TI off-season shuffle. Thank you guys for watching up until this point. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I will also have a link in the description with the Liquipedia page to all the changes. Thank you guys for watching so much. And stay tuned for some twitch.tv/Slakks DPC streams, which will be coming very, very shortly. Happy DPC season. Thank you guys again so much, and have a great week. Peace out.